Alright guys, today's Tuesday, October 7th. It's 9:08 p.m. It's day 5 on the Top Sip account. I know some of these days get pretty spread apart. I was working hard on one of my other accounts, and so yeah, I'm keeping it honest though. There's been full transparency. I have not taken a single trade on this account that has not been documented on here. So this is day 5. Today was a very, very good day. Let me restart this capture. So, I was able to catch a 100-point move today. Just a great trade. Price moved very well. It was a good day. So on the 5-minute, as you can see, this is the 9:30 open. Going into the market open, I had seen that this was Asia's low and this was London low. We had put in an S&T with ES to get bought up to these highs. Now, right before the market opened, we started to come down just a little bit, and then market opened, and boom, price started to accumulate pretty good. You can see it better on the 1-minute. Whoa. Yeah, so price started to accumulate pretty good on the 1-minute. Gosh dang. And so I was very patient at the start. I wanted to see a 5-minute break of structure since this was a higher time frame sweep. And so to dissect this little area, we can see that in this bullish trend, we were waiting to see a low get broken to identify that we were changing the trend from bullish to bearish. So, with that being said, I was monitoring the lows. So this was the low. Did it get broken by here? Nope. Swept it, continued higher. Awesome. Now this becomes the low. We put in this high, we come back down, put in this low, we put in this high, boom. We finally break structure to the downside right here. Now, I did take this trade. It looks all crazy right here because I took this trade both on my Top Step and my Apex account. But this lower entry was on my Top Step account. As soon as we broke the 5-minute structure, I knew that the draw was definitely lower today, and we had a lot of this low resistance liquidity. There was all of these lows stacked right here. So I definitely didn't want it to take off without me, and I was willing to pay that price. So I entered in pretty much just right after that candle closed. We had moved up just a little bit at the start of this 5-minute candle, and I entered in with my stop at the high. On the Apex account, though, I got a better entry, and I waited for us to return back to a premium. Almost. It looks like I barely missed it. But so that I could now, after the 5-minute break, price had returned to the premium of the range, where this was a good region to sell at because we were back in a premium of that 5-minute break structure. So, like I said, maybe a little bit of an early entry on the Top Step account. It's fine. I was happy with it. It went well. I just had to be willing to hold through the drawdown and, not lose it during this moment. So, price worked out pretty good, and as you can see, now that we were in a bearish trend, it was time to recognize, okay, we need to monitor these highs and understand if price is actually not as bearish as we think and that it might break back up to the upside. So this was the most recent high. Look, low, high, low, high in the same candle, low, high, but this candle right here did not break the structure break structure to the upside. This was the high that we were monitoring. Now look, this candle swept it too. That's where we got that quick internal sweep where we put in an S&T with ES. That was also helping show that it was time to go. And then this candle also could not break to the upside. So that was just more confirmation that we were getting ready to roll over and price was about to get heavy. So I was able to hold through all of that. It wasn't bad at all. And then as far as managing the position goes, I thought I did a really good job of managing it. This was my take profit 1, was down here. I wanted to see price get down to here. And at the time, ES was honestly just a little bit lower. So I also wanted to be conscious of if a bullish S&T was going to get put in. It looks like ES honestly did kind of slow up, and NQ caught up by the time we ended up getting through these lows. But ES also had a lot. They didn't have as far to travel as NQ did past those lows down to Asia and London. And like I said, ES had already swept Asia's low with London in the overnight session. So my take profit one was right here. As soon as we got to here, I took like 2/3 of my position off, let my runner go. As you can see, these 3 candles just went and killed it. Would have been great for my full position to run down there. Could have made this a really, really big win, but this system is like this. I would have been sick if I didn't take profits and price came up here and messed around and, did one of these, or just, maybe it comes all the way back up here and stops me at break even and then goes all the way down. So I managed the position really well. I was happy with how I dealt with it. This ended up being my biggest day on the Top Step account so far. So day 5 was huge for the account. And yeah, I think we're putting together some really good days, really good consistency. I've just noticed that I'm doing a very good job of sticking to my routine, creating good habits, and this was just a monster trade to catch. So big payday today. Gonna finish the week out strong. It's only Tuesday, so gonna be careful, not gonna apply too much pressure. I'm very happy with how the week has gone so far, and we'll get after it tomorrow and see if some more opportunity presents itself. So appreciate you guys. Peace out.